Bonjour, mon ami. All right, that's about as much French as I know, so let's stop it there. But anyway, you probably can guess what today's tutorial is going to be about, and it's going to be all about the Color Street French Manicure. Now, I've received so many requests on how to put these things on, so I thought, why not just get here, show you guys through a tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But before I show it to you, let's talk about what's available from Color Street. Right now, we have 4 different French manicures available. 2 of them are more traditional, which is going to be, one is called City of Love, which is what I'm wearing right now and will be showing in this tutorial. And that one has more of like a flesh tone, like a peachy overtone. And then we also have another one called Meet Me in Paris, and that one's got a clear overlay. And then we have 2 others that are super fun because they are very much not traditional. One is going to be a black tip, and that's going to be Gotham Night. And then we also have Ciao Milano, which is going to be a gold foil. So they're both really pretty, super fun. It's a little bit different than the regular Color Street ones. There's 2 steps. Basically, what you need to do is first apply the tip, which is going to be in a little bit of a crescent that you apply at the top of your nail, and then you put another strip on top of that, which will cover your entire nail. So it's a 2-step process, but with some tips and tricks I'm about to show you, you're going to find it's really easy to do, and I hope you guys have some fun with Color Street's French manicures. So when you open up your package, you're going to see 2 different sets of strips. One is for your tips and the other is for the covers. And then also you want to clean your nails like always, because the oils on your fingers or on your nails can make it so that those strips don't adhere properly. All right, so the first part you're going to put on is obviously the tips, and you want to make sure that you size them properly. So you're going to get 16 tips to work with. And then I just want to make sure you recognize that you don't want to have tips that don't go all the way to both edges of your nails. So make sure it's either the right size or even a little bit larger. Otherwise, you're not going to like your results. Now, just like with our regular nail strips, you need to take off the protective cover on top. So that's where that peach strip is. You just pull that off. And then the backing as well, where that white and gray meet, you just take those apart. It's super easy. And that is the polish. Okay, so now you need to place the tip. Now, I try to always put it pretty close to the natural curve of my nail line, but if your nails aren't as long as mine, you can also kind of move it down just a little bit to fudge that so you have a nice little space for that tip. And then I always try to place it by the center first, and then I adjust the sides to create what kind of curve I want. My natural curve line is not that curved, so I try to mimic it as closely as possible for a more natural looking French manicure. After you've committed to its placement, you want to make sure you smooth it all down so there's no bubbles, and then fold it over your nail line. I'm going to use a nail file to score this, which will allow me to easily remove the excess. Now notice with the nail file, I have it angled so it's going underneath my nail. I don't have it perpendicular to my nail, and that's important because you don't want to accidentally file off the tip that might be seen in the front. So always angle it behind the nail when you're removing excess. All right, so now it's time for the next nail. And the same drill, got to remove that top coat and the backing. Then place it where you want it, close to your natural arch of your line. I always like to put pressure down on the center when I'm removing it from my finger. And then I will just take the edges and stretch them a little bit to create that arch that I want for my nail. Okay, so now I'm just going to commit to the location. I'm going to smooth that out, make sure there's no air bubbles, and then fold it back over the tip of my nail. Once I have that pretty well folded, that's when I'm going to grab my nail file, score the edges, and get rid of the excess. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos on how I demonstrate putting on Color Street nail sets, for many of them, I actually don't use a nail file at all. I tend to just use my thumb to help break the polish and remove the excess. But I do find that with French tips, I get better results when I use a nail file. So I definitely would recommend that for you guys. Now here's a case where the tip that I chose when I sized it is actually much wider than my regular nails. So notice how I'm bringing the file onto the side, and then I go under the nail before I start scoring it to remove the excess. Okay, so it's pretty much the same drill from this point on. I'm going to speed things up a little bit, and then I'll be back to talk to you guys again once we start putting on the clear strip that goes on top. All right, so here are the strips. Now again, this one that I'm using has this kind of a peachy pink overlay, but there's also one that's more clear if you want the white to be more vivid. I intentionally did not choose to use my thumbs. I like to do my thumbs totally at the end. This part is just like applying any Color Street nail sets. You just want to make sure you're as close to your nail line at the bottom as possible without having it on your skin, because our nail strips don't adhere well to skin. And then using a file, I just go ahead and remove the excess by scoring it. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's that easy. Here are the finished product. What do you guys think? I can't believe that I can do French manicures at home. Color Street is amazing, and I love it. If you have any questions about Color Street, please comment below or feel free to reach out to me through Facebook. Have a great day, guys!